What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by auta. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at this, the all-new VW ID Buzz. Buzz, of course, being a reference to the old VW bus, the transporter, the combi van, the multi-van, the bully. I mean, this thing is based on one of the most iconic cars that has certainly deserved its place in, well, basically pop culture, right? The T2 transporter van is so universally well known. I think very few cars can actually match that. Now, the story is that back in the day, the Dutch importer for VW went to Wolfsburg and he saw kind of a transporter thing for the factory when they were building the T1, the first VW model, a VW Beetle. And he was there to see about importing that T1 to the Netherlands, and he saw that transporter thing and he thought, that could be something. And then he doodled something on a paper in 1947, and well, the rest is history. VW started producing them in the 50s, and well, it is one of the most popular cars ever made. The hippie van is so iconic with the split window. One of the coolest things about those old vans for me is that they have so many different names and different versions. So you had like a people version, you had a 9-person, a 7-person, a regular 5-person, but also a pickup version, one with 23 windows, a 21 window. They were actually named by the number of windows they had as like a nickname, which is super cool. The Samba is a massive, luxurious touring van, basically, with a lot of windows on the roof as well. It is such a cool car, and there's so many different versions of it. And well, those are some big shoes to fill for this ID Buzz with double Z. Of course, it's an electric car, and I have to say there have been a lot of concepts over the years. I think VW sort of tried to gauge everyone a couple of times to introduce a new version, but it never happened. And now this one is based on the concept car of 2017 at the Geneva Motor Show, where it was received with, well, just open arms, basically. And you can see why. I mean, I have to say the production version looks a lot like the concept version, which I really like. So you have this weird round front with this like bulging front end. The window kind of goes in there, massive front window, bumper as well, very concept-y, right, with all those holes in there. And of course the two-tone color, super iconic, which makes it look so cool and fun. And I feel like after the Honda E, it's like the only fun electric car. Everything is so serious and focused on tech and range, and it's never about fun or, you know, driving, basically. This is about fun. It makes you smile, which I think is the most important thing for this car, and they succeeded at that. Super nice front lights as well, ID lights with a light bar running in the front here. I don't know why it's not on right now, but it's usually on. And then we've got these 21-inch wheels. So this car has the optional like Pro Max pack or something like that. So it's the most expensive version. You get 21-inch wheels. Otherwise you have 20s with around that Hankook EV specific tires. Super quiet. Apparently there were some reviewers that said that there was a lot of tire noise, but I don't agree. It's super quiet and well sprung as well. It's quite a big car. As you can see, VW really took advantage of the fact that you can put the wheels on the corners, and then you have an electric motor at the rear and then batteries in the floor. You have a flat floor, basically, so it feels very spacious. And then the roundness of the front, very round, yeah. Moving down the side, we've got a couple of electric doors, but at the rear it's more like angular and square, as you can see. So it has like a lot of lines, and again, very nice rear lights and a super square rear. It is quite a big car. It really is. The wheelbase is like 3 meters, which is huge. And it also feels quite big on the road. It feels quite wide. but I quite like that. So we can open the doors by clicking the handle. You can also use the remote, which is quite handy. And you have a couple of buttons on the center console and of course from the inside as well. But very convenient, does take a while. As you can see, a nice flat floor and quite a spacious interior. This seat is very far back, so this is not bad actually for my size. And we can close the door by hitting that button. Big window here, does not open unfortunately. Don't know what that is. We do have a USB-C port in the door. Everyone has a USB-C port, which is very cool. And then you have a little tray here, which you can extend. Feels a bit cheap. Is not going to support the weight of my average lunch, but you know, you can fit a cup in there and an iPad maybe. Little pouch here as well. And well, we've got the price list here, which, let's just get this out of the way, is one of the drawbacks of this car. It is quite expensive, and for once we can actually compare prices, because BPM, which is a CO2 dependent tax in the Netherlands, we don't have it on this car, of course, being an EV. So the price is actually similar to other countries. This particular version, like it's spec'd right here with the candy white lemon yellow metallic paint, this interior, and then a tow hitch and a 230 volt as an option. 78,800 euros, almost 80,000 for a VW bus, which I think is quite expensive. I have to say, you do get quite a lot of car for your money as well. And then let's check out the rear. So we have a loading area, which is quite large and raised. So you have like a lot of space underneath here for your cables and your whatever. That is for a trailer. And we have a couple of umbrellas here, you know, this is quite handy. And then if you lower those seats, it actually lines up with this floor, which means that you can put like a mattress here or an air mattress, whatever. And you can sleep here, but you still have some storage space, which is super smart. I really like that. Of course, there are also like camping gear packages for this car, so you can get it with like a bed and I think a little kitchen. And of course, more versions are coming later on. Oh, that is cool. We've got a little bus here. Super cute. What's the last time I said that about a modern car? Cute. This is a cute car, but it's not like cute in a stupid way. It's cute in a cool way. It's fun. It's friendly. Different versions are coming later on. So this is a 77 kilowatt hour version with 424 kilometers range, 423. And a bigger version is coming with 7 seats or 6 seats and a bigger battery, but also a smaller battery version, which will be a bit cheaper. And of course, California versions, I hope, will come later as well. But as you can see, this is really, really spacious. It's big, it's comfortable. You've got captain's chairs with armrests. The only thing I'm missing is a big panoramic roof. I don't know why they didn't do that. I'm sure they have a reason for it. We've got a couple. Hey. We've got some cup holders in there, which is nice. Little trash can. Where is it? Trash can in here. And then this entire center console is removable. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if you can get something else in return, or I mean, it would be cool to have like a cooler, right? So have like a cooler in here, which you could take out when you are at your camping location or something like that would be nice. Again, a couple of USB-C ports there. And if we hit the brake, you basically start the car. So let's go for a drive. We're going to have a little drive. We're not going to the Autobahn today because the top speed of this car is 145 kilometers an hour. So that doesn't really make sense, right? Let me just turn on the lights like that. Oh, that's annoying. So yeah, that's why we're not taking it to the Autobahn, but I just want to show you guys something which is very cool. So this car is 4 meters 71 centimeters long. It's very wide, as you can see, and it weighs 2.5 tons. I'm not sure why that is relevant, but look at this freaking turning circle. This thing turns like, oh my god, turns like a smart car. That is seriously impressive. And that does help a lot with the size, because you can just drive a bit further and then, you know, you have a very sharp turn, and that really works. It really works. So we've got some nice wood trim as well. I'm not sure if that's actually wood. Feels like plastic, but looks cool. And then another cool thing is that you can have this interior in like a two-tone matching the exterior. So if you have a blue and white one, you have blue accents in the interior, which is really nice. So what is it like to drive? Well, you've got 204 horsepower, 310 newton meters of torque, which means that it is not a fast car. We are in eco mode right now, by the way, so let me just change that to sport. Oh, infotainment. Let me quickly touch that. So we've got a little display, very basic. I like that. This is the regular VW infotainment. Don't like that. It's horrible. Doesn't work well. I hope that they will do a lot of improvements, because they can do that over the air, of course, but it's just a mess, basically. So, driving mode, sport, full throttle. Yeah, that's not very quick. But Martijn actually picked the car up today, and he told me that he felt it was absolutely fine, and that he could easily drive with traffic a bit faster. You know, he didn't feel that the car was underpowered, so that is quite nice. Other than that, driving it, I have to say, it feels really solid. So the suspension feels solid. As I said, there's not a lot of tire noise from those Hankook EV tires. It's quiet, it's very nice, and the seating position is good, even though you have quite an upright seating position, because the pedals are, you know, just in front of you, basically, so you don't really lie down. But it's very nice. I quite like it. I like it a lot more than I was expecting. I knew that I liked, you know, the exterior and the styling, because I think they absolutely nailed that. It looks modern yet retro, but they didn't overdo it with the retro stuff, so it still feels like its own thing. But it's so nice. I think this is one of the best things that VW has put out in 10 years, probably. So it is on the MEB platform, the new electric platform by Volkswagen, which houses the ID 3, 4, 5, 6, the Fisker Ocean, or whatever that thing is called as well, but also an Audi Q4. So it is a good platform, but I think this is the biggest car that sits on that platform. So as I said, range is 423 claimed by VW, but if you look at it now, 61%, 186 we've got left, so that doesn't really add up. I think 350 kilometers should be possible in like regular circumstances. You can also actually get a cargo version already, so like a transporter van, a commercial vehicle with like 3 seats and a big loading area, which is also quite nice. I really like that for like city deliveries. Super cool. You know, if you have like a company that delivers stuff and you deliver your stuff with this car, immediately everyone thinks that you're a cool company. So I really like that. So full throttle through the corner. That is, it really is not a fast car. It doesn't even have like the usual electric push that you get, you know. Even though an electric car is not that fast, you still have that immediate push, but this really does not have that. But it's fine. It is not what you're looking for with this car, so I'm not going to hate on that. the main thing about this car, that it is so practical, and at the same time it's cool. So I think that is a really good combination. I think it's fun, it makes me smile, it's not too serious, which is just, I really like that. Steering is light, it's not communicative at all. So one thing they really got right is the fact that you're sitting very far forward and you're sitting quite high up, so it still feels like, I don't know if you guys know what a T2 transporter looks like from the inside, but you basically have your steering wheel like that. It's basically horizontal. It kind of feels like that, but in just a hint of that. It's not as annoying as that, because the seating position is actually quite nice. But it does have a hint of that sort of feel, which is really cool. Now, as I said, 423 claimed range. You can charge it up to 170 kilowatts, and that means that you can have like 5 to 80% of your battery in 30 minutes, which is not like class leading or groundbreaking, but it is faster than most of the ID models at Volkswagen at this moment. So 30 minutes, 5 to 80%, it's not bad. The only thing is, you know, for long distances, I don't think this is there yet. It is a very comfortable car to do that in. I would happily take this for, you know, on a long trip. But range-wise and charging-wise, I think you should wait for the bigger one, which will have a bigger battery, so you can go a bit further before you have to charge. I think that makes sense. So we're going to do a draggy run and see what the 0 to 100 actually is. We have 59%. So let's see what it does. In sport mode, 59% battery, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. It's supposed to do 10.2 or 10.4. And that is a 9.75 second 0 to 100. Sub 10 seconds. That is impressive. But we are going to do another run tomorrow with 100% battery to see if it's quicker. So I'll insert that run right now. So in conclusion, this does not disappoint. It had big shoes to fill, but if you ask me, it fills them, because it is not only a very welcome change in the lineup of VW, which is just a fun car that is not too serious, and I don't know, it just stands out from everything else, which is a good thing. But it also stands out from everything else that is out there, you know. In general, electric cars, as I said in the beginning, are a bit dull, a bit serious and focused on the wrong things. Well, electric cars also, they offer a lot of potential design-wise and practicality-wise, because you have a much simpler layout underneath the car. The only thing for me is that price. 80,000 euros for a VW bus is a lot of money. I thought it was going to be like 55, 60. That would have been good for this drivetrain, for this powertrain. But, you know, the bigger one, the one you actually want probably with a bigger range, is going to be even more expensive. So it's not really a car of the people like the old one was. And I hope that, you know, when time goes on, that they will be able to offer more versions, different versions, pickup versions, long versions, 23 window, with, you know, a proper range for a proper amount of money. But that is basically the only thing I don't really like about this car. It's price. And even though that is the case, that is only because I think it should have been cheaper. But it's not like I don't think it's worth the money, because it's a really good car and I really like it. So that is it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right or this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye.